Today, in part 2 of Vigyan Bhairav Granth, we will elaborate on topics such as Shiva-Shakti dialogue for Nad, Shabd Brahma, and Mantra sadhanas, and an in-depth analysis of the verses of Nad, Shabd Brahma, and Mantra sadhanas. Let us quiet our minds and dive deep into this ancient transmission.
To truly grasp this profound wisdom, we first need to center ourselves in the exact moment of its creation. Imagine the cosmos, vast, still, and completely silent. From within this absolute silence, Mother Shakti speaks, asking Lord Shiva how she can truly comprehend the ultimate unmanifested reality. She asks, Devadev Trushulanka, Kappa Lakritsa Bhushanam, Yatas Samyagaham Vidmi Tatame Bruhi Bhairava, which means, O God of gods, bearing the trident, tell me, Bhairava, how may I perfectly know this? We are dropping right into this cosmic dialogue, standing beside the mother of the universe, awaiting the supreme answer. And that incredibly powerful answer, it echoes back to us, recorded right here in the text. Having this physical anchor for such timeless wisdom is just fascinating. This is page 29 of our source text, bringing us to Karika 38. This specific verse is the precise gateway where the great secret of Anahatanada is revealed, the unstruck sound. It's a method not of doing, but of profound, deep listening. Let's look at the verse itself. Listen to the vibration of these ancient syllables. Anahate patra karne, abhagna shabde, sarid brute, shabda brahmani nishnata, param brahmadigachati. Allow the sheer weight of this transmission to settle within you. You see, this isn't merely poetry. It's a precise cosmic science. It's a formula designed for dissolving the boundary between the mortal and the divine. To really understand this science, we need to methodically deconstruct these ancient terms. Anahate comes from anahata, meaning unstruck or unbeaten. It is a sound that exists without two physical objects striking together. Patrakare means forming the ears into a vessel. Abhagana shabde refers to an unbroken continuous frequency. Sarid drute perfectly evokes the rushing, heavy sound of a fast-flowing river. And finally, Shabda Brahmani, the realization of the absolute reality as primordial sound. Every single word here is a stepping stone drawing your consciousness deeper inward. The crucial takeaway from this translation is its profound simplicity. By meditating on the unstruck, continuous sound of a rushing river through blocked ears, one merges with the Supreme Brahman. There's no complex external ritual here. There is only you, using the vessel of your physical body and tuning into the eternal, roaring current of the universe, just waiting to be heard in the silence. Moving into our in-depth analysis of Karika 38, we'll now explore the 5 prisms of truth behind this Nada sadhana. First, we have the spiritual significance, the inner awakening. This practice triggers an immediate, radical shift in your awareness. You consciously turn away from the chaotic, noisy external world, and you tune into the divine, unstruck vibration that is already vibrating at the very core of your being. It's a powerful reminder that the temple you are endlessly searching for is already within you. From a religious perspective, this text highlights a path of universal communion. It shows us that connecting to this inner sound entirely bypasses the need for external rituals, idols, or intermediaries. It establishes a direct, profoundly intimate communion between you, the seeker, and the supreme consciousness itself. Now, what's truly fascinating about the tantric importance is the mechanics of the energy involved. This is not just passive listening. By blocking your external senses and locking your focus onto this continuous inner frequency, you actively awaken and channel the Kundalini Shakti. The sound literally acts as a current, drawing energy upward through your subtle body, effortlessly dissolving knots of ignorance along the way. Philosophically, this verse reveals a staggering truth about the very nature of reality. Known as Shabd Brahma, the ultimate formless universe, isn't just some empty void. It is fundamentally constructed of primordial sound. When you listen to the Anahata Nada, you aren't just hearing a random sound. You are hearing the very fabric of existence, the vibration from which all matter and thought are born. And finally, we look at the practical utility. Let's be honest, the human mind is endlessly wandering, constantly jumping from one thought to the next. This practice provides an immediate physical anchor. The roar of that inner river is so vast, so continuous, that it just effortlessly drowns out those trivial thoughts. It dissolves the restless tendencies of the mind, bringing about a state of profound, steady peace. Of course, philosophy must always ground itself in action. So let's shift to the Kriya method, Anahata Nad Shravan, the practice of listening to the unstruck sound. Let's walk through the 4 foundational steps of this Kriya together. First, the easy method of sitting, simply finding a posture that is remarkably steady yet comfortable, so your physical body entirely ceases to be a distraction. Second, the application of Patra Karni. Third, the silent observation of the inner sound patterns as they arise. And fourth, the ultimate surrender, merging completely into Shabda Brahma. Let's clearly define that physical mechanism we just mentioned, Patrakarni. This is a highly specific tantric mudra. You use your hands, typically the thumbs or fingers, to gently but very firmly block the ears. You are quite literally turning your head into a sealed vessel, a patra. By completely shutting out the external noise of the world, you create an internal acoustic chamber, amplifying the unstruck sound that has always been echoing inside you. So, what exactly will you hear inside this silent vessel? The text tells us precisely, Abhagna Shapte, a sound that has no breaks, no beginning, and no end. Sari Drute, it will mimic the deep, low roar of a fast-flowing river, or perhaps the echoing, heavy rush of a powerful waterfall hidden deep within a cave. When you encounter this sound, do not try to analyze it. Simply let your awareness sink into its vast depth. As your practice deepens, you'll find that this sound actually evolves. The ancient texts map this incredible journey as an ascension through the subtle body. As explained in subsequent verses of our explainer today, mantra sadhana, using sounds like Om or a specific Pinda mantra, begins down in the heart or throat. From there, it actively ascends through the chakras, traveling upwards towards the Dwadashanta, which is the sacred space located just above the crown of the head. The texts detail this chronological, internal journey of the mantra as it transforms over time. It might start as a loudly chanted physical syllable, the gross pronunciation of ah, oo, m. But as you move deeper, it becomes a subtle resonance, lingering in the air like a struck bell, a state known as Bindu and Ardha Chandra. Finally, as the energy pierces the highest centers, moving from Nirojani to Nadanta, the sound encounters obstruction and then simply bursts into supreme, absolute, formless void. The sound consumes itself entirely, leaving behind only pure consciousness. And this brings us to the ultimate destination of both Nad and mantra sadhanas, Shabd Brahma, the supreme absolute, Para Brahma, experienced purely as the primordial, unmanifested cosmic sound. It's the profound realization that the unstruck sound you've been listening to, it isn't just an experience you are having, it is what you fundamentally are. I want to leave you with this final, echoing thought. When you perform this practice, and the roaring river of your turbulent mind finally dissolves into the silent, eternal ocean of Shabda Brahma, who is the one left listening?